What the damn deal, y'all? This is your boy Zeke, aka GameTime on your motherfucking prime time, and I am here with another episode for you guys today. Today is episode 6. This is a special edition because I have a very special guest with me, as well as we're doing a daytime situation. So it's not prime time, but even though it will be on prime time when it airs. But I also wanted to shout out HausHill Entertainment. Without you guys, this platform would not be possible. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow HausHill Entertainment on all platforms, as well as What the Damn Deal on Instagram. That's What the D-A Damn Deal. And just show some love, and also show love to the other episodes that have already aired, okay? Now, I have the amazing, this is like my sister, like one of my best friends. This is like my ride or die. We have literally been through the trenches together, and I'm just so happy to have her here today with us. And yeah, this is my very good sis, Miss Monique Larkins Funches. Say hello.
Guys. Hi. Thank you so much for thinking about me.
She's been doing her thing like in LA for a very long time, and she's been out here. Well, I don't want to say too much because I actually want her to introduce herself. To kind of give her own story, but we're definitely both from Buffalo, New York, and we just grew up together. So yeah, tell us some things about yourself.
Oh man, okay, so like Zeke said, we've been friends forever, right? So we met in the 7th grade. I am originally from Boston, but I lived in Buffalo like my whole life. High school, college, was there, and so met my bro, who knew all this time later we would be here.
I know. It was crazy.
But all of our steps together, right? Because like high school, and then we go to college, and we end up at the same college, and then move across the country, and now we're here together.
It's crazy. How long has it been? Oh my God, it's been over 10 years for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't even know. I don't even want to count. How old are you in 7th grade?
Oh my God.
8th grade, or?
Okay, so I know. Okay, let's start from the top and work our way down. So freshman year, I know I was 14, and I know that you're a year older than me. So.
Or was it 8th grade?
8th grade, I was 13. Because my birthday's in the summer, so it's like when the school started, I was already in the year. Yeah, so 14 was freshman year, 8th grade was 13. So I was 12 years old. Damn.
And I'm 32 now.
Yeah.
So listen,
child.
You know those friends that turn into family, that's what this situation is.
Listen, we've been through the
We've been through some things.
We got some stories to tell you.
Right.
So how about you explain to them what school you went to and how you transitioned into moving to LA?
Okay, so we went to a performing arts high school, so we're creative beings. And I was a dance major. I've danced my whole life. I still dance, to this day, love doing that. So then went to college, majored in communication studies, minored in dance, and...
We did have the same major together. Oh!
Yes!
Damn! Okay, yeah, so we had the same major.
We didn't have a lot in college. Did we have classes together?
You was a communications major before I was.
Okay.
I was a math major, and I wanted to be like an architect engineer type of situation, but the fucking calculus classes, child.
That one math class was enough.
It was enough. And I think I did not pass not one test. The teacher was very just headstrong and didn't really want to help. He was like, this is the homework, do it. If you fail, you fail. You pass, you pass. So I remember literally one day just walking out of the fucking classroom, and I never looked back.
The math teacher that I had, she was the same way. She was just me. Not me, but she was just like, almost as if like, why don't you know this? And who know? I don't know. I don't know this.
Like freshman year of college, like I was
confession, I failed math that first year. You have to take it again. So once I finally passed it, I think I might have passed with like the skin of my teeth. That was it. I'm not taking no more math. Because why do I need this? I can count money and that's it.
I used to love math, but I don't know what it's just. I think it was the teacher. I think the teacher really discouraged me in college. Because I love math, I love money, but the teacher was just like, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z plus A equals square root of what? I said I'm out.
Yeah.
And so that's when I transitioned into being a communications major. And so that's why I forgot about that. But yeah.
So yeah, communication studies. I wanted to do like radio, TV. You know, I wanted to be that girl. And I ended up moving to Richmond, Virginia after college. And I was working in radio. I worked at a radio station while I was working another job, which is so crazy. You know, when you're young, you can work 50,000 jobs. I literally would go to my one job from like 9 to 6 and go to the radio station from like this radio station was down the street from like 7 to like 2 and 3 in the morning and do that. But I really wanted to be on radio, you know. I was a promotions assistant for the radio station, so you know, you do promo for different events and stuff like that. But then you also come in here when you have extra time to learn how to board up, or you learn how this and that works. So after being there for like 4 years, I was there again. I'm working for the radio station. I also cheered for a semi-pro team because I still needed to dance. Like that is like
it was dancing.
That's my heart, you know. So I just started feeling complacent. It wasn't at the radio. There was no real movement, and I had seen people who had been there for a very long time, who kind of looked like me, who wasn't really getting the advancements that they should have, you know what I mean? And I just, you know, you start feeling just complacent, and I was actually like, I'm gonna go to Atlanta. So this was what, 2015. I'm like, I'm gonna move to Atlanta. I'm ready to go. And once I make my mind up about something, I'm like, I'm out. So I let my job know all of that. But then I ended up taking a trip back home to Boston, visiting some family, and I had a cousin who had lived out here previously. She was doing styling and things like that, and she was like, come to LA. And I'm like, I've never been to LA. I've never visited LA. And I was like, okay, I'm coming to LA. And then it was like, no, I'm not moving to LA. I'm moving to LA. And everybody's gonna be like, I was crazy.
So did you just come here and never like look back, or did you come visit, went back home, and then prepared yourself?
Bro, my cousin said, come to LA. And I was like, I'm gonna go to LA. And I literally started planning to come to LA, move in with her, and I never visited LA. Whatever you saw on TV is what I saw on TV, and I was like, I'm gonna be in LA. I can do radio, I can dance, you know, I can get into media. You know, I was interested in modeling. I was like, I can do modeling. It's LA. What can't you do? I'm going to LA to do all
that.
The
sky's the limit in LA.
The sky's the limit. So I literally like set it up. I sold everything in my apartment, used that money so that I would have money. The only thing I shipped here was like my car, and I packed it, my clothes, as much as I could, and I was out. And I was gone. That was September of 2015. It is, what is this month? It's March.
It's March 2021. Damn.
That's wild.
Jesus. So you've been here for about 6 years.
Almost 6 years. Oh. In September, it's going to be 6 years that I've been in LA. Thugging this joint out. And baby,
it's been an experience. We gonna get into some other things too later on, but what was the toughest thing about transitioning from back home to being in LA?
Oh my God, you know, comfortability. Like I had my own apartment, I had my own space. I'm paying like $650, $700 for my very big 1-bedroom apartment. When I got out here, again, I was moving in with my cousin. Her fiance had proposed to her like a week before I got here, which was a surprise, and it was great. But then I was with both of them in their 1-bedroom apartment in their living room for a year. For a year, you know, thankful as hell, but completely uncomfortable. You know, it's different. Getting to LA and it not being what it is on the TV. I remember them taking me to Hollywood Boulevard, and I was like, where's the Hollywood Boulevard at? She was like, we are on the, I was like, no. The one on the TV with the stars. She was like, look down. I was like, that is peak. I want to know where the Hollywood. It just wasn't, you know, it just wasn't what I was expecting, and I wasn't told.
It's not the glitz and glamour.
No.
Not that there cannot be glitz and glamour, but what we see on TV shows and movies and things like that it's not that.
It was different. It was a shock. And then just immediately your whole everything changes. You know, that's my only blood family out here. I didn't have any friends out here. And being so used to just being this independent person, but now you're in a new space and you don't know what's going on, and I'm looking for work. It was just, it was overwhelming. That first week, I caught my dad a few times, and I was in shambles. And he was just like, "You want to come home? You know you can come home."
So I'm having like flashbacks.
You know you can.
Everything that you're telling me.
Yeah, you know, and at that moment too, I kind of realized like, and thank God, right? Because my mom was super supportive. My grandfather, my mom and my grandmother. My grandfather and my dad were the most like, ain't nobody tell you to go to LA
Right.
or why you want to. However, at the same time, supportive and also like, do you need to come home?
Yeah.
Come home. Like, if this is your life, experience what you can experience. Try. You got it in you to figure. Like, you got yourself all the way out there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you can figure it out. Or if it's too much, come home. And just knowing that, because it was like, yeah, like
having that support system is very important, because
it's so important.
if worst comes to worst, you know that you have somebody or just family to fall back on to pick you up. To even if you decide to, start over, be like, okay, I wasn't ready this time, but maybe I can come back next time and I know what to expect.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And for me, it was also like, because they're so supportive, I kind of didn't want to let them down. Like, I just kind of wanted to, and it was nothing to prove to them, but it's just like, let me just make you proud and let you know that I can do this. Because even though y'all are ready, like, girl, you got yourself out there, but come on, like, we got you. You need to come back. So
you know what I went through when I came out.
I know.
So as she's explaining this, like I said, I had a flashback because literally everything that she had went through, it was so similar. Like, I remember telling all my people I'm about to come to LA. I spoke to my sis and I was like, I'm coming to LA. It's about that time.
I'm so excited.
It's like it was about to go down. And so I was out here for a week. Had an Airbnb, and I had a job lined up. I had an apartment lined up, and everything fell to shit. Got robbed, and literally had nowhere else to go. Like, people that I came down here with. I even told you they did me dirty.
Yeah, I remember.
So it was just people, and that's another thing too about LA. People can switch up on you in a second, so you gotta watch your back.
Quick as the wind blow.
And so I had nobody to turn to for the simple fact, like, I didn't want to let my family down. I told my mom about the situation about me getting robbed. She was like, okay, we getting you a flight home. It is what it is. And I was like, I'm already out here, and I don't want to not only give up on them, but give up on myself. Like, I flew across the fucking country to be successful, and I'm not the type of person to give up.
Dad,
like,
what you mean, come home?
Yeah, it was crazy. And so the only person that I could turn to was Monique, because she helped me out, like, literally on my last leg. I didn't have no place to go. I was literally, I think I had a garbage bag, and I was just on the street with my phone, like, at 20%. And she reached out to a friend who basically, just helped me and held me down a little bit. And I was living in Compton for like 7 or 8 months. And then fast forward, because that was a whole nother situation. I had the time to really get myself on my feet and kind of just learn about the good and the bad about LA, and how hard you need to work in order to survive in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, back home, we could survive with just one source of income and be good. Have our own apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, 2 bathroom. Like,
listen,
we was set.
I had a walk-in closet. Listen, I had 2 walk-in closets, okay? And a puppy. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Fancy.
Me and my puppy were living the life.
And then you come out here, and then it's just like you paying the same amount or more for 10 times less. For literally, no, fuck that. You paying for the same amount that you was paying back at home for a couch for a week.
And it's literally, and I had no idea, it was literally people paying $300 a week to sleep on someone's couch out here. It was people sharing a room. Like, oh, we have a room available, $600. It was a bunk bed. They were in bunk beds, grown people, you think 20-something years old in a room. But because it's so expensive out here, girls living in a loft. Oh, I live in a loft. And I'm like, well, why do you need to live in a loft? Not realizing that they're on air mattresses in this loft, and it's 5 of them because it's so expensive.
Yeah. It's literally like the survival of the fittest.
It is. And coming from, it's like, yes, you want to, it's like, okay, I need to humble, you got to humble yourself.
You have to humble yourself a lot
But
more.
you also have to, again, your comfortability. It's like, okay, so what do I need to do to make sure that, for me, it's so important that home is my getaway, you know, from all the crazy.
Your
LA is
sanctuary, all
great,
of that.
but it's crazy.
Yeah.
You want to come home, you want to be able to be comfortable and calm and breathe. And it's going to be hard to do that when there's 5 of us in this place.
No, I couldn't deal with it with just one person.
Right.
So it's just like, it's important that you say that too, because home is supposed to be a sanctuary, and if it's not, then you have to get out quick. I know for a fact that you said that you were sleeping on the air mattress for a year. That was motivation for you, I guess, to really get out of there. You know what I'm saying? And just want better for yourself. Even for myself, it's just like, I knew for a fact where I was staying at, it wasn't going to work out. I had to figure things out and kind of just work 10 times as hard to make that shit happen.
Right.
And so when you do that, while still being humble, it kind of forces you to be resourceful. It forces you to have street smarts, a lot more street smarts, because we have street smarts, trust me, but being from...
Come to Buffalo.
Right, y'all not ready. But to have the street smarts out here in Hollywood, where there's so many different personalities and people from all over the world, you have to kind of start to learn to get used to that, because we the type of person to just we ready to square up. But I mean, we're humble now.
What I tell you, before we had sense, we had none. Okay.
We cheers to that shit.
Amen for growth.
Because they don't know. Child, ooh.
We done been through it.
We done been through some shit. But yeah, it definitely forces you to really have a backbone and just learn not to give up, and to learn to be resourceful, and just kind of just hone into that, especially being in a new environment and not knowing much about it. So yeah, it makes us better people because just being here for so long, I know that we know what we want now. We know how to maneuver ourselves accordingly. We know the group of people that we want to surround ourselves with, and we don't tolerate the bullshit. So it's just, it takes time, but you won't learn that unless you
gotta
really
go
give yourself
through the uncomfortable times. You have to go through it is literally growing pains. It is literally, you think you know yourself, you have no idea. Who I was when I came here in 2015 is absolutely not who I am right now. And if anything, like you said, keep supportive, good people around you.
Yes.
I don't know what everybody's relationship with God is. That your spiritual, your relationship has to be strong. You need to bet on yourself every time. If you're not gonna hold into your what makes you, if you're not gonna hold strong to that and not let it waver, like if you know that God made you, to be a fighter and to really make whatever gifts you have grow, you just have to bet on yourself every time. You gotta be strong-willed and strong-natured and just work at it every day.
Every single
day. You will be, when you start doing that, and I fall off still, but when you every day do a little bit of something, think about it a month later, like, okay, had you not, you
will still be at square one.
Every day you get a little bit better, you get a little bit stronger, you get things done, you're being resourceful. So
yeah, and like you said, I like the fact that you say we do have those moments where we don't fall off, but we need those moments to kind of just reflect and kind of recharge ourselves. And a lot of people don't do that either, where it's just like, I'm gonna go. Like y'all always tell me, okay, Zeke, you need to calm the fuck down.
I told him that today. I said that today.
Yeah.
Don't forget to rest.
She was like, calm down. I was like, I have a day off on Monday, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have a day off on Monday. But I know that I have a day off coming soon, so it's just,
Right. It's literally, because again, like LA is a everyday, you need to be hustling, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you I have a 9 to 5 and I do other things, because it's hard out here, but to be able to rest your head is necessary to kind of just reflect and make sure you're not just going crazy, because you can go crazy in the midst of trying to just grind all day. And I think our culture, and especially those our age, we can just glorify hustle. It can't be hustle. You gotta recenter. You gotta refocus. You gotta breathe, self-care is so important. You want to make sure you do it on your own terms and not your body like totally giving out on you or something crazy. So, you know, and that mental, especially now, mental health and things like that, you need to
especially during this time.
Yeah.
Especially during this time, because a lot of people are going through a lot of different things and still trying to stay afloat and finding other ways, because I know a lot of people have lost their jobs and a lot of people have had to start over. You know what I'm saying? Or just kind of regroup and figure out what they're going to do next, because what they were doing before is just not available at the times. You know, we have to use our other, other talents and other hobbies and kind of hone into those and make a check. You know what I'm saying? Make a career out of it.
Yeah, make a check.
We all about making our checks, so it's very, very important. But yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah. And so, what type of work were you doing when you moved out here to LA?
So I did a little bit of freelancing. I did like some dance gigs and I got a little bit of money for those. And I was trying to model. Again, my cousin, she does styling, so I helped her with some gigs and we got some cash from that. But I ended up going to a temp agency because I did have some things lined up, and of course by the time I got here things just fell through. They kind of want you here right away, and so it didn't work. But I went to a temp agency and I got into property management, and I was just temping in Burbank actually at the iHeartRadio building. So then I thought it was like meant to be, right? Because I had just got out here, I wanted to do radio. I did meet some people that I was hoping would help me get in to the radio station so I could do what I was doing before. And I guess it can be anywhere, but for sure here, I learned that it's not what you know, it's who you know. So no one cared that I had literally just came from working at a radio station and I could do all of that they was doing. I could, it's who you know, and sometimes, unfortunately, what you're willing to do for
use help. What you got to get what you want.
Right, and let me tell you what I'm not doing. Someone who I wanted to kind of help me a little bit. It was a guy, and I get when he figured that I wasn't going to give more, his help was not there. And I had applied regularly. Like, no, it wasn't like I was just help put me be. Like, no, I applied at because all of the big stations and different media companies were in that building. iHeartRadio, Warner Music Group or Warner Brothers, they was in there. I applied Viacom, everything, This is a big place. It was just hard, and I wasn't getting anything back. And then I was even willing to do like the like a director's assistant, because I had did that in Virginia as well. That was my other job. I was assistant director at a college, 9 to 6, and I was at the radio station. So I was just trying to do anything to get in the door, and it just wasn't happening fast enough. So
and competition is real out here too.
It's real. Like my resume is good, and everybody else's resume looks good. So. At the end of the day, I had a car note, I had insurance. I needed to still take care of myself. It wasn't like I saved a ton of money to get here. In my mind, it was like, okay, I'm gonna save. And I was, but it's like, you will never have enough money for real to get, you just need to go there and hit the ground running. So.
And just take a chance on yourself to what you actually did, which is amazing.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I still be like, I'm crazy. I came here and I never even visited. Like, girl, bye. I don't want to go to LA.
I did the same thing. I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because like we love our hometown and stuff like that. I know you're from Boston and stuff, but you know about Buffalo as well, and it's just like it's such a small town. Yeah, it's just like I feel like we've excelled as far as we could.
You hit a plateau. You kind of feel, and then you're just like,
I don't know what else.
Waiting. Literally like water, waiting, and it's like, all right, something's gotta give. And then so then I went to Virginia and I was doing great, and then
I went to New York City.
You get different levels, and you just want more. I love that about us. I love that we're always wanting more, or to just push ourselves.
And it's very spontaneous too. Like we're not afraid to take a chance. You know what I'm saying? And if we fall, we just know how to pick ourselves back up, and that's something that's very, very important that a lot of people don't have. Because there's so many things that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? We have so many ideas and so many plans. It's always cool.
It is. Minds are.
We talk about so many different ideas that's coming up, and it's just like damn, we really doing the damn thing. We've been here for this long.
Yo.
And we still, like, we survived.
Survived, yeah. It's crazy.
We still surviving, like,
so,
damn.
Yeah. Working in property management, I was like a tenant coordinator, and then I was like, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. And then I ended up, that was just, again, temp, and then they introduced me to another company, and I went to that company and worked for 30 days, and then they asked me to be permanent. So I was with them, and again, I had to work my way up, started as an admin assistant, and then after a year, they promoted me to assistant property manager, paid for my real estate license. I had to do the online course and all of that, and in October 2018, I got my real estate license. So now I'm like,
if you ever need a house,
call me.
Call her.
So,
because I know when I'm looking for a house, it's crazy because I don't even know if I want a house here or if I want a house somewhere else. LA is expensive.
I'm in the market, and I do commercial property management. However, yes, I would love a house out here, but it's so expensive. And even as a realtor, I'm like, can I pay a house? I would love to. It's a great place to have real estate.
You guys have a really nice neighborhood in the area. On my way here, I was like, damn, these some badass houses. Because I usually, I think the first time I came on the bus, it was like a block party we had.
Yes, it was a Taste of Soul.
Taste of Soul. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Y'all, let me tell you how long ago. I didn't have no furniture in here.
Nope.
Remember? We went and got food and everything. We was in here on the floor eating.
Some crawfish.
I was about to say a seafood boil bag.
That shit was good. Oh my God. We down that shit. That shit was so good.
Yeah.
But that was probably the first kind of big event that I went to, and I'm just like, I am having a ball. And we were there all day.
All day. It was all day. They blocked off the whole street.
Yeah. And it reminded me of home too, because it's our people, good music. It was like different sections, different food.
Yeah.
It was a blast. And I think somebody started shooting. And then they got shut down. Just like back home.
I still reminds you of home. Like regular.
Right, it's Tuesday. But yeah, no, that's really, really good. So with real estate, you said how long you been doing it for? 2 years now?
So I started that in 2016, July. I was with that company for a very long time. And again, started as an admin, moved up to assistant property manager. And then in November of last year.
That's when you got your license.
Yeah, well, I got my license in October of 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I finally got my real estate license. So it's been cool. And then in November of 2020, I got a new job with a new company, growing pains again. I was just not happy and just also wanted to try something different because, again, I do commercial and residential is very different. And I just wasn't happy, and I do want to say how important it is. My boss, old boss at the time, had told me she ended up leaving that company as well. She was young. She was a property manager, the sweetest chick ever. I love her. Only like a year or two older than me, and she was just like, "Don't ever feel like you're stuck somewhere." You know what I mean? Like, you're unhappy. And I had been going through a lot at that job that last year. They switched her with someone else.
Yeah.
That person was stressing me and the admin that was at that building out. And we were just unhappy. And she was like, don't ever feel like you're stuck somewhere. Because, I just realized, we're young, we're smart, we have credentials. You have what it takes to be wherever, you know what I mean? And I so needed that at that time, because I was so unhappy. But then it was also a pandemic, and I'm like, oh my God, are they going to, am I going to be able to get a job while I'm over here? Cause what the heck? And I literally interviewed for this job on a Monday. Tuesday, they were offering me the position at more than what I asked for. My acceptance letter was like, I know you asked for this much, but based on your credentials, we're going to give you this much. And it just kind of tied to what she was telling me. And I share that with everybody now. Like I literally, and it's funny because you'll get on Instagram and you'll see things like, you know, our generation will not be at a job for 30 years unhappy. And I'm like, that's for real. But having that experience right there, it was just like this whole everything, my experience in LA, don't forget the work that you actually put in. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to feel settled, and I beat myself up a lot because I did need to get a 9 to 5. I needed to get a 9 to 5. I couldn't do creatively the things that I wanted to do, and I was very unhappy. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta make money to pay for these dance classes that you want to go to. You gotta make money to get these headshots for these modeling gigs that you want to go to. So it was, you know, I got this new apartment. I need to pay hella rent. You know, I was on the air mattress for a year. I want to lay in a certain I want a good mattress. You know, so it was just like battling. But then fast forward, you're here now, and it's just like, don't forget the work that you put in. You know what I mean, to get to where you need to be, and then recognize that like you got your license now. You are making good money. You know, you are deserving of whatever else there is to come that you want. You can get it. Like who says you got to be whatever? Like, write your credentials down, apply yourself, and go for it. And I got
just
that
know
job.
your worth and
know
just
your
do
worth.
not give up.
Yeah, so I've been at my new position for almost like 4 months now. I'm much happier. Yeah, and last year I started my own business, so
You better be talking about that soon. She got some stuff. She got some things. Before we continue, we made some brunch. I know we've been sipping on this mimosa, but I'm starving.
Grapes, and I want.
And we are about to chow the fuck down. While we make our plates and stuff like that, I'm gonna also talk about some other things as well. Let me see. Get one of these. Yes. So, the topic for this week is actually girl talk. Now, I know I'm a grown ass man, but what I've learned over the years, even like back in the day, females love talking to me because I'm a great listener and I try my best to give great advice. So I decided to make this girl talk with my girl Monique. Because it's Saturday, it's the weekend. You see, we got our robes on, we got our drinks, we got a mimosa, some wine, and I cooked us some brunch. So
that's about to be so good.
Yeah, so we about to really talk our shit and just really kind of bash some ninjas, I guess you can say. So I know we had like a small conversation before we got started, but I wanted to know, like, what type of guys do you prefer dating or are attracted to?
This is good stuff.
Because I don't think we ever had like a conversation about
No,
guys
we haven't. Although he's literally been around for my longest relationship ever in my life. Crazy, right? So, I just like a man's man, right? That's kind of weird. I don't know, but it's weird. I want to say just be manly, but that turns me on. I like smart guys. I like guys that can kind of teach me about a lot of stuff. Like, not like, you know, it doesn't have to be super analytical. It doesn't have to be super, just know about a lot of different things. I think that's pretty cool. Be able to have good conversation.
Do you like a nerdy type of guy? Do you like a thug passion type of guy?
See, back in my day, I want them like kind of built, maybe a little athletic and, you know, things like that. I feel like now that I'm older and I've had very handsome men, you know, dating.
You're a very attractive woman, so it's you're supposed to.
But I also realize that that's just not it. And don't get me wrong, I need to be able to look at you, but I've dated some guys who I would not usually be like physically attracted to, but because they treated me really good. Like, people are not nice, you know, or they are for a little while and they can't keep that up. But it was the other qualities about them that made them so attractive and handsome to me. So really, just like be a good person, have morals. Like, I love when you are a good person to other people. When we're out, you're just respectful. A man, open my door, yes. Like, don't let me touch your door. Don't let me touch your door. And be into me and be honest about what you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be honest about what you want. Like, when you are, I'm very upfront because I'm just emotional and loving, and I just like to put it out there. But I need a guy who is not afraid to do that too, so that I know where we stand. Yeah. I love that. So yeah, you don't have to.
And that way, it won't be no conflict.
It won't be no.
It won't be no fucking confusion.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? And
give it to me straight. Stop playing.
Let me know what's up so I can prepare myself and
maybe
make my own.
I'm playing with the boys right now anyway, so I really don't give a damn if you on some old other stuff, because I'll just deal with you when I feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll let you entertain me, maybe, but if I'm really right, I just want a good person that knows what they want and that can make me laugh. Oh my God, make me laugh. Because I can be
I need a guy with a good smile. I'm a gay man, so it's just like I look for, and I'm a man. That's first. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is like I'm a man first, and I need that same type of respect back with the guys that I date. I know for me, like, I'm not really picky when it comes to looks. I know for a fact I like older men because they're more mature. They've been through more things and more experiences, so the conversation is kind of better. Thank you. And I don't know, I love being taught new things. Well, yeah, I love being taught new things, you know what I'm saying, based off of their experiences. Whether it's going on a date in, you know, a different environment, or learning history, or just kind of getting to know a person. A person with good conversation is so attractive to me because it's like in a real conversation, not just one-sided. No, when we can like start talking and then the conversation just goes on and you're like, how did we even get to this? Like, listen, good conversation. Oh my God, smell good and just be able to. I need a nice smile. Your smile gotta be more. I'll say that physically, I do like a nice smile. I do love men that wear cologne. Yes. Oh my God, smell good. Please smell good. Please smell good. I'm just gonna be like, this you, this me. Me, I don't wanna be in skin. I'm sorry. I love that. I'll be on some Jason's lyric type stuff. Listen, I do prefer for a guy to be a little bit taller than me. I like a tall guy. You know, I don't like super skinny guys because I'm skinny, and I just feel like we both skinny. That's crazy because I'm a big dude and I hate big dudes. I mean, yeah, I want our body types to be different. Well, it needs to be different. Like, it's a balance for me. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm big enough for the both of us. Give me the tall, skinny type of dude, the little roughneck, but is also smart and very intellectual. And yeah, like, let it be like a surprise. Like, you wouldn't expect for this person to be like that type of thing. I do kind of like. I love the fact that you said too, like, you pay attention to how they treat people. Yeah. Because they will treat you one way, but they would be so shitty to not even like friends or colleagues, but just random people in the street. And I'm just like, that's disgusting to me. Disgusting. So unnecessary. Yeah. It just shows like your true colors, and it's like, well, shit, if you can do that to them, ain't no telling what the fuck you can do to me. Like, don't let me get you mad because, yeah, no, I don't like that. I've never liked that. I don't like men or women who do that to people. You know, friends, none of that. It throws me off the wrong way. We can be in a different situation at any point and you being ugly. Like, I don't like it. Well, it's crazy because we talked too about like our last like real relationship. It's definitely been a long time. And like, even though we've tried so hard to commit to someone, the toughest part about dating a man, in my opinion, is lack of communication, and then people not knowing what they want, and they giving you a facade of what they want from you, or what they want to tell you to reel you in, to keep you around. Yeah, and shit like that. It annoys me. It's annoying and it's hurtful. I don't like my time wasted. Like, you can do I don't want to say you can do a lot of things to me because you can't, but wasting my time, I just think is
so inconsiderate. You can buy so many things. You can get back so many things. I cannot get back my time. And because too, I don't give it. I do not give it. I do not give it, okay? The DMs are ignored, the requests, no. Because it's just like, you know, especially with social media, people just see you and, oh, you look good, and they think, everybody is not welcome.
Everybody think that y'all just don't get a response.
Yeah, like, what are you talking?
I don't know if they do it purposely or they really think that we gonna respond back to them. And I'll just be like, child,
I'm not
the
opening
same
that
thing
message.
you done said to me 15 people before, you said the same shit. So please tell me something different.
Not only that, I don't have homegirls that have literally, I'm like, I don't know why this man keep messaging me. She's like, who? And then I show her, and he don't send us both the same the same message. And this is why y'all don't get no time. This is why you're not getting nothing. You're not getting a red receipt of nothing, Jesus.
Some of these niggas ain't shit. I can't say all niggas ain't shit.
I know. I don't want to say that because I know my husband is out there looking and manifesting me, and baby, I ain't coming. Cause this ain't it. Get me up out of here, babe. Get me up out of here.
No,
But
it's just certain ones is just, and I think too sometimes we do have a certain type that we go for, and we have to kind of switch it up a little bit to kind of see what else is out there. I've definitely been trying to learn that, but the ones that you want is the ones that you want.
What makes me mad? Like, I didn't even go after you. You came after me, and then you came up in this dancery acting crazy. You came up in this dancery acting crazy.
Baby. I was minding my motherfucking business. You got some fucking nerve.
I wasn't bothering nobody, okay? You bothered me, and I gave you a chance, and you. All right. All right.
It's cool. It is definitely cool.
But yeah.
So do you so you want to be married?
I do want to get married.
Mm-hmm. Do you want like kids and stuff like that too?
I want one kid.
Boy or girl?
Low key, very low key. Only probably 2 people know this. I like low key want twins. I can get out the way. I'm scared of shit. But just one kid.
You want like a boy or girl twin, or you want like?
Oh, twins? I don't know. Maybe a boy and a girl. I want to at least have a girl.
Okay.
Of course.
I can see having a girl.
But if not, just a girl. You know, Mama Cedar.
No. And where do you see yourself settling down?
That's the thing. I don't know. I oddly, I feel like I'm just starting to enjoy LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it took me a while to get settled, and you know, I got my place, and now I'm making the money to do the fun, you know, the modeling, the dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like I'm starting to appreciate it more. But I don't know if I want to be here forever. It is very expensive. You know, my mom, my grandparents are in Richmond, Virginia. They have houses on acres of land. You know what I mean? I love that. I love going home. It's peaceful. You know, I don't know. Even because I'm working on how I speak, but even though I'm gonna be a millionaire, there's millionaires out here with these beautiful homes, and there isn't a ton of land.
Right.
You don't have a ton of privacy. You know what I mean? So
everything is in such close proximity.
Yeah.
Like house to house.
Even if you have a backyard, like you can walk 50 feet in your neighbor. Like
yeah, and you can say hi to your neighbor.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't
need my privacy.
I don't know.
Space.
I don't know. You know, maybe
I need to be able to walk outside naked in my backyard if I want to and have nobody see me. That's the type of shit I want.
In my pool, living my life, and I have to worry about nobody in my business. So I don't know. But I don't know, like I like Texas, Houston.
I was gonna ask you, like, I know you're enjoying LA, but do you consider yourself maybe even being bi-coastal? Like if you had the opportunity?
If I had the opportunity, maybe like to get property here, and I was thinking about that. Like it may not be the house that I want, or maybe not the house I want right away. Because again, let me speak big things into my life. But being able to get some kind of unit out here and then being somewhere else and running it and just, you know, starting and build up the equity and things like that so that I can really get what I want eventually, you know? So you never know. I just don't know. Because it's just so, it's fast and it's going, and I don't know.
LA is very, very fast.
It's different. And at the end of the day, I'm an East Coast girl, and I love the East Coast. You know what I mean? I love the East Coast. I would never be back in Buffalo or anything.
I don't think I can settle back in Buffalo.
Yeah, no, but definitely, like, I can see myself in, like, a Dallas or Texas, something like that. You can get a lot for your money. You can get, you know, you can build your own home ground up. And so...
I was thinking about Atlanta.
You know, I was
even though Atlanta's kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, it's just so populated. I mean, Texas is starting to become that, but it's just so populated.
A lot of people's options recently have been Atlanta or Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's happening.
They give the vote. They both give the same vibe.
Yeah.
Even like Charlotte, you can get enough for your money. It's nice. It's, you know, calmer.
I like the business part of Atlanta too, like as far as entertainment. So I feel like it would be perfect for me to actually transition there.
Right.
So it's something that I'm considering. I'm gonna, you know.
How soon? Do we need to talk offline? What? Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
It's not gonna be soon.
Okay.
I definitely, my goal is to have an apartment in Atlanta next year.
Okay.
Like early next year.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna have, my goal is to have an apartment here as well.
It's okay.
Or at least have, or be at the place where I'm at now.
Got you.
Sublease, and you know, just come back and forth, come back and forth.
That's what I do.
Cause I love where I'm staying at now. It's just amazing. I've been here for 2 years. But I like to leave the nest, and I realize that I like to not start over, but kind of just spread my wings and fly, wherever the case may be. Especially like just traveling overseas and experiencing that. I've been the type of person who definitely can't sit my ass down anymore. Because I'm like, okay, we going here, we going here.
I didn't see you when you were working over there. I didn't see you for like a year.
Yeah, because after we seen each other, that's when I kind of left. Because I went back home for a little bit. And then the cruise line called me and it was like, hey, we need you for this, come audition.
And he was gone.
Then I was gone. And then I had the first contract, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, we need you to come back a month later. Shit, okay, gone again. Oh, do you mind doing a back-to-back contract from going from one shit to the... Give me the money.
Period, okay?
Give me the money, and let me know when y'all need me, because it was everything that I wanted to do in a short period of time, and it's something I worked so hard for. I get to dance and do what I love. I get to make great money, and I get to travel the world. Like, it doesn't get no better than that. And that's all I honestly really wanted. I never wanted to work with celebrities like that. That really wasn't my dream. I just wanted to dance. So having that opportunity and still being able to have that opportunity, I'm set. Yeah. Like, Beyonce who? Nicki Minaj who? Like, nah. I think I'm making more money than some of these people that are dancing for these artists, low key, but it's definitely
it's definitely hard being a dancer out here. Because even, I mean, when I first got out here, that was a thought, like being able to get with an agency and things like that. It can be hard, you know. And it's messed up. You're putting all this wear and tear literally on your body. This is for you for this great outcome, and they just don't show dancers the love that they really deserve. So, yeah.
And sometimes you gotta prove these motherfuckers wrong.
And that's on her.
And that's what we gotta do out here in the streets, and that's exactly what I did. And now they mad.
And ain't look back. You just been going and going and going and going. I love that for you, okay? I love that.
I do it because I'm like, I have so many people that look up to me, like way more than what a lot of people know. And it's just like, if anybody catch me slipping, I feel like it's going to set them back. You know what I mean? Because I've built such a platform that people want to get to.
Carry. That's a lot. But I feel
it's a load to carry, and I don't overwhelm myself with it. But it's just like, I need to continue to let them know, like, there is good as well as bad. There's going to be good days, but there's also going to be bad days. There's going to be times where I'm struggling. There's going to also be times where, you know, I'm always blessed, but I'm like, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed.
Right, everything is in place.
You know what I'm saying? In place, exactly. And so I'm always telling, like, my followers, like, it's a bad day, or it's been a bad week, pray for me. I've been going through some things, but just know that, you know, I'm always going to come back on top, just to kind of motivate them. Because people will really beat themselves up to a point where it's like, oh, it's the end of the fucking world. I can't do it no more. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I'm like, child, I'm gonna let you have your moment.
Right.
Because I understand that you human. And you gotta feel.
Right. But it ain't gonna be like that.
In 72 hours, I need you to get back to work.
Right.
We got things to do. We have moves to make. So it's just always trying to motivate the people because a lot of people don't have the blessings that I have. And it's not like they want the same thing as me, but they're working towards something as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole purpose is to show them never to give up on any type of dream, any type of goal.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that you set your mind to, it may not happen overnight, but it is possible. There's room at the table for everybody. So just stay consistent and go for it.
That's for sure. Stay consistent. That is it.
Yes. What else I wanted to talk to you about? There's a couple of things. We talked about settling down. Ooh! Girl talk was to you.
Scared.
What is a good sexual partner?
Ooh. Okay.
You ready for the one?
Because listen. Yeah. For me personally, I am a little tiny girl, and sometimes guys do not realize, and not just with a tiny person, but anybody, you need to know your partner's body. You need to understand the type of person you're with. You know, I don't have no big old booty. I'm little, but you need to be able to be, or you need to be able to provide all types of styles of whatever without like you gotta be able to be rough but not leave me with bruises. You gotta be able to, you need a man that knows your body is everything. You can, if you know your partner's body and you are able to just effortlessly do your thing, because it could make things
She having a flashback.
amazing. You know what I mean? And
I've
had some experiences where like we're not about to do that. We're not about to do this. Like I am not a rag doll. I am not, you know what I mean? Like, and then some guys, they get in this when you're like, you just want somebody to give you like love, like you want love, and it's like,
right, like read the room, people.
Like, baby, like you don't. It doesn't always have to be like slow strokes, you know. I like it rough sometimes too, but you need to be able to do it to where at all times I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna be feeling like not like I'm not taking nothing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Give it. I'm giving. I'm not taking no.
Take this dude.
Yeah. Like,
excuse me.
Excuse me. Wait a minute, sir. That's for another. That's for her.
Excuse me, mom.
I'm gonna need you to know how to give it slow, fast, in between, upside.
I don't even like a talker. You ain't gotta talk to me that much.
No. I don't want to. I don't.
Small talk is cute. Like.
Don't be asking me.
Don't be asking me no questions.
Don't be asking me whose it is, because it's yours.
It's yours for the moment. And I'll
Whose
decide
is
if
what?
it's yours forever.
Whose is what? Because this is mine for real. But yeah, I just think it's super important to know your partner's body and being able to do your thing and still make it enjoyable at all times. Because it should be. Like, I know so many women who for a long time just thought that sex was not supposed to be enjoyable for them.
Are you serious?
Yes. I've literally had this conversation with some of my homegirls, like, until maybe they got with someone. And I will say, at 30, how I feel about, like, just knowing, like, sex and your experiences is completely different. But yeah, so many, even for me at one point, I was like, I mean, well, I guess it's just not always supposed to be. No.
When you find that.
When you find someone who can give you whatever and every start to finish is good, and it's not always about the length, and it's literally, and I guess we're all different, but I'm a sensual person. I like intimacy, and I just like a man that knows my body and can do his thing.
I agree.
So,
Do you believe in reciprocity?
I do.
Give and take.
I do.
You think that that's important? Because I know some women and some men who will be like, oh, well, they can do this to me, but I will never do that to them.
God.
It's just like, we are grown.
If certain people saw this, they would have a heart attack because, okay, I do believe in reciprocity. However, y'all don't steal me. The biggest thing that a man wants, I usually don't do it. I don't. I don't. And again, I'm not out here just having sex with whomever. However, I feel like when I'm really rocking with you, you can get whatever. I'm a simp. You get what you want, whatever you want, how you want it, here you go, have it. But that is not something that I would do to, just like normal. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like everybody don't deserve it. Now, yes, you can give it to me, but I'm also not I won't stone you if you don't. Like, I won't even put you in a group chat and say how you didn't do it. I won't, but because I don't fuck with you like that. Like, right. But whatever. But if I really like you, then yes.
If I really like you, then I will definitely do it.
Yeah. I think guys really beat me up about that.
Because I feel like a lot of people, especially guys, excuse me, the eggs and cheese. Being a man, although we enjoy it, at least for me, I don't expect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? However, at the same time, if it's a person who, like you said, you've been rocking with and they still haven't done it, I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. Because it's something that I enjoy, and you're not 100% satisfying me as much as I'm satisfying you. So there's gonna be conflict there. So you have to kind of make a choice whether you want to continue doing it or
continue to not have that enjoyable,
Right. If I get to know you and you are doing everything to please me, you can have me in every way, shape, or form.
Send me out.
Listen, you can't slap me.
Right, you're not about to knock me around.
You can place your hand on my neck, but you better not grip. You could probably, flip me upside down and toss me to a wall from time to time. But you better be laying some shit down where I may not want to marry you, but if I wanted to, I could. That's the type of. That's what I ain't mad at it. I've experienced. I'm not gonna say every sex experience that I've had was good, but there are in my life, because I'm a very sexual person now with a whole bunch of people, but we all have our past.
Right.
I will say there are like three people that I can rank. I'm not gonna name no names. That if they were to come back in my life and be like, just give me one more time, baby. Just give me one more time.
You giving it?
I would contemplate and then realize where I am in my life. And
you would double take.
Yeah, I would think for like a good 30 seconds and be like, yeah, come on.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How many people? Damn, that's sad. I can't say it's been that many people. However, because I really don't be. They can get dinner. That's about it. But
Monique is she's very particular. Because she's a very beautiful girl, that's one. And all these niggas out here know it, that's two. So, for some reason, a lot of these dudes have so much confidence that they think just because she's a beautiful girl, she's not smart. That she doesn't know what she wants. And then on top of that, it's like she's always like be late. Like she's been dressing up from head to toe since I met her. You know what I'm saying? So people think that sometimes, maybe, I don't know. Oh, she about money. I got money, so let's do. No, she not that type of shit. So I'm gonna let y'all motherfuckers know. That's what my sis. You better come correct. Because we don't got time for the bullshit in 2020.
No, like I don't know. It ain't been that many people I can say that like like that can.
You never just had that one that was like, baby, I'll cook for you.
I will say this.
Like Jody.
The last guy that I dealt with, maybe to date, he was the best, maybe. And it literally was, it's a combination of, yes, good sex and knowing my body and always just being able to like handle me with care. I'm just very big on like intimacy and just being care. Like, give me care, give me whatever, but do it with care. Be able to, you gotta know how to do it. It's all in how you do it. Like, and yeah, so granted, he can be in a ditch right now, but so no, you can't call me for one more time. But yeah, he definitely, that was probably the best. That was probably the best, and I appreciated all of that. And yeah, it was just a combination of equally all of those things.
It was one situation. I shouldn't say this, girl.
Oh, what would I do?
Because the people watching, I don't know if I can say it.
You got to.
Okay. Because I be feeling like people be watching this shit and putting two and two together. But that was me.
That was me.
That was me. Fuck. It was a situation where I met this guy online. And I'm gonna try to keep it short and discreet. But I met him and I went to go visit him. I'm not gonna name the location because that's what's gonna happen.
That's gonna put it.
Yeah, it's gonna just let it be known. Yep, that was me. But yeah, we met online. Not even online. No, yeah, we met online because we used to FaceTime consistently, and we both decided I was gonna go visit him, and I stayed there for like a week. And since we already was getting to know each other for like a month or 2 months, like my family knew who he was. Like it was crazy. It was weird, but it worked because like when I was on FaceTime with him, who you talking to? So it was just like, yeah, it just happened. But anyways, I went to go visit him or whatever, and I stayed at his house because I'd never been to this location before. And baby, it was just, the chemistry was just there. Like, it was weird because the chemistry was 10 times better than it was on the phone. And he was such a gentleman. But like still like a man. Like, I don't know. It was weird, but
that'd be it.
We had dinner, we watched a movie. He asked me how my day was going, how my trip was. Because he would work during the day and I just stayed at his house. And so he would come home, he would eat or whatever. And just, it was very comforting to have somebody there after a long day of doing whatever. And just be like, come chill with me, baby. Just,
right.
Let me rub your feet. Let me give you a massage or something
that
like that.
Time. I'm so big
that
on
quality time.
That's like my love language. That's my number one.
Quality time, yeah.
That's the number one on mine.
Quality time and touch. That's mine. So when he touched me, child,
it was already up.
It was already up.
It was already up.
From the kissing was so, it was like the perfect amount of passionate aggressive. I don't know if that's an even term.
We know what you're talking about. We know what you mean.
Sensual and subtle. Like you said, handled with care. Just knew what he was
doing. You
doing.
gotta know what you're doing, no matter what it is. Soft, hard, rough, aggressive, passionate, fast, slow. If you can do that with care and with the person you're with, and they know what it is without any like a taken back in a bad way. Woo!
I almost married that boy. But yeah, from the kissing to the touch to even though he wanted to be in control, if I wanted to leave, he didn't mind me leaving. And it didn't have to be said. It was just like, it happened naturally.
Fluid.
Right. But when he took, and when he took the lead, I let him. He took the lead with care. He looked me in my eyes. He asked me if I was okay.
Yes.
Like it was like God's gift on earth, finding a treasure chest in the middle of the fucking ocean type shit. Like it was just everything that I was searching for, everything that I needed in that moment, and it was just like it made the sex 10 times better because of the intimacy.
Because of that, yeah.
Right. And so now dealing with these motherfuckers, I'm trying to catch the same feeling. But ain't nobody been able to do it, child.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's another reason. I know that everybody's looking for quick satisfaction and quick things, and I know what I at least enjoy. Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna waste my time.
Do you believe in teaching a man how to please you?
I've never had to do that. I will say though, I've talked with my homegirls maybe about experiences that I did have that I didn't like, and they were like, maybe you gotta tell him. And my only thing with that is, granted, you got another person to do it, but I feel like some guys will be like taken aback by that. Like, how, or like uncomfortable because you telling them something you don't like. And maybe it's just all in how you tell them. I don't know.
I think it's all on how you tell them.
Yeah, like my homegirls be like, girl, you better tell him that he needed it. And I'm like, oh shit. In my mind, I'm just like,
tell that nigga.
We're not gonna do it. We're not doing it no more because I don't like this, or
really?
I mean,
but you never know, because it's like, okay, if you are satisfying him the way that he wants to be satisfied, then he should be willing
true
to be open to learn new things. I feel like everybody is not an A+ in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can be taught something.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's all about communication and having that conversation to just see if that conversation can heighten it or if it can get better, so that way it can be consistent. Because you don't ever want to have like the same sex with the same person.
No.
And it's just over.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
working.
You're gonna be over real quick.
Yeah, hella. So,
yeah. I guess. I mean, when you're with somebody, you should be able to communicate and be able to tell them. In that situation, I will say, like, I liked him, but I didn't like him enough, so I just was like, first of all, I don't even know why I did that, but I ain't like this, and y'all, we not doing it again.
I'm like, okay, this is cool.
My friends was like, agree myself. I was like, it don't even matter because I don't even really
your
like
Uber's
him.
outside, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go, and that's another thing. I'm good for like, no. I'll come to you. I'll go there because I'm ready to rip out.
Are you the person to leave? Oh, it depends on where it's at.
Listen.
I'm the type of person to leave real quick.
Baby,
Like, no goodbye.
you can wake up in the morning, like,
I will not be there.
when did you leave? Like, I locked your door. I remember a time out here. I don't know what it was, and I was just like, I gotta get out of here.
Oh my God.
And we were asleep. And it wasn't like, I don't think it was bad. I don't know. All I know is he was asleep, and if I could have, I think I liquefied my body the way I dripped out that bed, grabbed my belongings, and ripped out that place. I don't know why, and came home. I just remember getting a text the next day like, I didn't even feel you move. Like, are you okay? Then I felt bad because when I say y'all, I turned into water. And
did you see him again?
Maybe once. Something about him turned me off. You know what? I hope he probably don't watch it. I remember him telling me he was a stripper after the fact.
Okay.
Like, not currently, like he was before. But then things were making sense, and I was like, I don't like this. I want to get out of here.
Is it the profession or just what he made?
It was like some of the moves and just everything. It was just.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on, and it was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And I was like,
this stroke is different.
I don't know if I like this. Like, ew, yeah. And I don't get the fuck out of there. I probably saw him one more time because I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Yeah, one more time because he's like a trainer. So
so yeah, probably
we got back together so we could do a session. But then I was like, yeah, no, this not gonna work because I kept replaying
Like a flashback. Those are the worst. We have a flashback and it's not good.
and it wasn't bad, but it was just like, I don't like how you do that body roll. It's giving me weird feelings.
Right, the pelvis going in, but not knowing what the fuck
it wasn't
a
right.
G-spot is or nothing.
Just whirling. Just doing the whirl.
Oh, child.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst too.
Got up out of
When a
there.
person be dancing.
I got up out of there.
A person that be dancing while they having sex is probably the worst. I think that's one of the main reasons why I stopped dating dancers. I'm like, we're in 9 class.
I've never dated a dancer.
I dated 2. I dated one out here for a little bit. That was for like a month, but it was like really discreet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had dated a dancer back at home, but the one back at home was actually decent in the bedroom. Good chemistry, it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
The one here, it was something about him that kind of made him attractive,
Mm-hmm.
and like the chemistry was so sexual without us having sex.
Without
and then when he
it,
had
yeah.
sex, I'm just
And
like,
it didn't match up.
I'm like, you a dancer,
And it didn't match up, yeah?
and I'm just like, ugh, like I cannot look at you the same, like you disappointed me, and
It wasn't given.
it wasn't given what you gave on the dance floor, because that's what I was looking for. But it just, yeah. So I decided not to. And then dancers are messy and this and that and the third, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother situation. We're not gonna get into that, but
right.
yeah, the bedroom situation was definitely horrible.
Yeah.
It was. I just can't do it no more.
Dang. Yeah, I've had some bad.
Good sex and bad sex.
Right.
Oh, okay. So before we get to your merchandise, I wanted to play a game.
Yes.
All right, so I know we're going like over time. This is gonna probably be like 2 hours. We're gonna do a part 1, part 2. I wanted to do smash or pass. So I have a list of people, and then if there's anybody that you think of, you can name them, and then we will decide together.
Okay.
So first on the list, and I didn't know who the fuck to think of. I had to ask some friends. So these probably be like, Michael B. Jordan, smash or pass?
I'm smashing.
Why does everybody want to smash him?
He is absolute. First of all, he is. Ooh,
He is my man. That's
that
what I'm
thing is
talking
gorgeous. Michael B. Jordan is so good looking, and
His body,
his the arms.
He's tall.
He's brown. I love a brown man. I love a brown. Now it's so funny because the light skinned ones always be in my face, but I love a chocolate, and that thing chocolate. He's beautiful, and I love him.
You never had like a chocolate man?
Dated, like I've dated some chocolate men, yeah.
Listen, I love dark chocolate.
I love
The
it.
darker the better.
Oh my goodness. Michael B. Jordan can have however many kids he wants. Me and him. How many? 7? Let's go.
Just bring me into the house, and then I'll talk to the wife.
Come over.
And we'll figure it out. You know, I can have you Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays.
Cue scissor.
Right, and then Sundays we'll just go to church, and then the wife can stay home. Anyways, this is a hit or miss for me because I don't know what to think about it. But Trey Songz.
That's funny because okay, I used to be in love.
Yeah.
You know, in love with Trey. In love.
Trey Songz in the past 6 months.
Pass. And that's what it is, cause like as much as like I love, I love Trey and I love Trey. I still love Trey, but he just seems like a really.
It's a pass for me, just because he's a very attractive man.
Yeah.
And that thing be thangin'. Cause
I saw that video.
Yeah, I seen that video and I was like, alright. But then what made me really, really pass was somebody sent me a video of him spitting into 2 girls' mouths.
Oh, I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
It's nothing to really look at. It was just the fact that he did it and he posted it on social media.
Did he post it?
I don't think he posted. I think he did. I don't know. It was on his page.
I feel like somebody posted it of him or something.
But the fact that it's out there, and you allowed it to be out there, like you out here doing reckless shit like that.
I didn't even search it. I was like,
child, it was literally like a boomerang. It was just disgusting.
Ooh, it's a no for
It
me.
was
No,
really
thank you.
bad.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so hard pass.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe neighbors know my name.
Maybe just gotta make it. Ooh.
Oh, you just get back.
Listen, maybe try with the braid, you know.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
when he
with
was
the
in a
braids.
bird, you know.
Where he cut the braids
Petersburg. Listen, because again, I used to live in Richmond. He's from Petersburg, and he back in the day, Trey can get it. Okay.
Cutting the braids off, Trey.
Yeah, but
That made it.
new Trey is different. I don't want that. I don't like it.
He was looking somebody. We talking too much about Trey now. I can't even keep up with that. Diggy Simmons.
Okay. Wait, Diggy is the middle one, right? Yeah, not the youngest. Yeah,
the rapper one, the one that turned rapper.
Yeah. Okay, he can get it. Okay, if I know, I think I know who we talking about for real. Look, let me Google this real quick because so when I was working at.
You ever see Grownish?
Yes, but not consistently enough. That I'm almost sure I know who this is.
You don't know.
When I was working at my last, yes, smash. I was working at my other job, and in Brentwood, and I always eat my lunch in my car. I want to get the hell away. And I was parked, and he pulled up at the stop sign. He was at a stop sign. I was just parked close to the corner. Window down, and I looked over, and he looked over, and we had a moment, and it was just like a smile and a smile. That thing is beautiful. Smashing. He's gorgeous.
I would say pass.
Really?
I'm not really into. I mean, I like a pretty boy, but a pretty boy is not really my. And he light skinned. I'm not really into like light skinned.
Crazy, yeah, because I don't like light skinned, but he is so cute, and he seems like he has a lot of like. I don't know him, but
he
I feel like he has smart. I feel
yeah.
like he's smart, and he has manners, and he's just like a sweet person, and that would turn me on. That would help me look past the fact that I don't know how built he is, you know, like I like
baby built.
a man that's kind of, you know what I mean?
His titties are sitting out here, just
I'm
like the older he get.
So yeah, for
It's
those
just-
other qualities, I feel like those other qualities make him just even more like, ooh.
He's attractive. Oh.
Can you?
Yeah, go.
But yeah. He doesn't.
I just can't. I don't know. And he young.
He is young.
He could be like not my nephew. I ain't that old.
Not my nephew. Hi. He is young.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We just shooting the shits.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. How's everything?